Yeah, gotta aim for the top like, hold up. Yeah, I can never doubt myself, I know better. All of you critics be acting like you know better. Blowing the smoke, but I know when the dust settles that I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got then, breaking my back to make it out, got me feeling like pain. I ain't never need your help, I know you wishing me well, a penny for your thoughts, but seeing no change.
So, it's Sunday. We just had dinner for Father's Day, and we're back at the shop. We are changing the oil in the tow truck, not tow truck, the truck we tow with. And my dad is rotating the tires because we are leaving tomorrow morning to pick up a new car. I don't want to say too much because that'll ruin the video, but it's a pretty badass car. It's not a complete car. It's kind of a roller, kind of not. You'll see exactly what it is, and I'm pretty excited for this car. It's gonna take place of another car that we're working on, so we'll have a lot of stuff for sale here pretty soon. A lot of stuff, a lot of very expensive parts, good parts, new parts, mostly new stuff. But we're here now. We're gonna get the trailer, we're gonna get the truck, take it out of my house because we're leaving at probably like 4 in the morning, so we can get a head start. We're going to Oklahoma, like right at the top of Oklahoma, so it's about an 8-hour drive. It's just me and my dad going because my brother has to work. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this car and what we're gonna be doing with it. And I will say that we're gonna be racing a lot sooner than what we anticipated. But both of the cars we have still have quite a bit of stuff we have to do to actually get them ready to actually go race. So I'll take you guys along with me, let you guys check out what we're picking up. As we loaded up, we made sure our trusty Milwaukee batteries were topped off and decided to grab whatever tools we think we might need just in case we get stranded somewhere, and boy were we glad we did. We made sure we had everything we needed in our trailer toolbox to tie the car down, and thought we had all the pieces for our aluminum jack, but we figured out that wasn't true about 1,000 miles away from home, but we'll get to that later. My pops rotated the tires, topped off all the fluids on the rig, and we went ahead and called it a night so we could get back to the shop early and get on the road. Oh. Play as fuck up. It's about almost 5 in the morning. We're headed out to Oklahoma, picking up something nice, hopefully. Fucking roach, get here. Get. So that's good. So I'll be taking y'all along with us. Pick up this thing. Hopefully it's as nice as it looks. Gotta grab the trailer. Dang. I'm about to kill myself. There we go. Look at roaches. Bastards. Weird. Never charged? Yeah, was it charging when you left?
I don't know. I mean, we put
that might be something to consider.
We put it to charge, but is that motherfucker not working? I've been asking you working the fan's there.
Or was the fan working? Yeah, fan works.
Yeah, that fan was working.
locked up the shop and headed north. At this point, we were running off adrenaline because neither of us got any sleep the night before. We never get out of Texas before we have to make our mandatory pit stop that we always make when we go out of town: Buc-ee's. If you're not from Texas and plan on traveling through, be sure to stop here. It's like Charlie's Chocolate Factory for gas stations. The only place you can walk into to buy a drink and leave with 2 t-shirts, a Yeti cup, 3 pounds of beef jerky, a barbecue pit, and a $300 bill.
On our way to Oklahoma, there wasn't much to do other than hope the purchase goes smooth and begin coming up with a plan to start selling off all the brand new parts we've already purchased for the car it's replacing. We won't be needing them since the car we're on the way to look at is a complete roller. I don't believe I've showed you guys pictures or videos of our current build, but I'll drop a few now. Our initial plan for this car was to be a radio prep car, and we built the drivetrain to be capable of going 450s or better. Now, keyword is drivetrain. What was not built to hold that kind of power was the chassis. The car has a 12-point cage and funny car bars around the driver, but it still needed a lot more chassis work to certify to 25.5 or better. So the idea was to find something done chassis-wise and possibly be painted to save us time and money.
Alright, we've been on the road for about 7 hours. We're down the street about 30 minutes away, so put in some fuel, gonna eat lunch real quick, and then we'll be back on the road.
It's called demonic.
No, if you have like music that's not allowed, they'll take it off your YouTube. Bang. Damn, it's a nice one right there. Kind of like what we're looking for, right? Tell me wants to trade.
This guy sells traders, Josh.
That must be a pawpaw. I don't think he sells traders.
He does. There's 4 of them. There's no fucking way.
I would just turn right here.
Or go that way.
Well,
Push that way.
whatever you want to do. Well, I'm sure you guys are wondering, where's the rest of the video? Video of the car that we were supposed to go pick up. Unfortunately, we came back empty-handed. We drove pretty long ways for us. We don't really travel too far. We went all the way to Oklahoma. It's about, I think, 8 hours or something like that, on very little sleep, super tired. We went and looked at the car, and it just wasn't what we were looking for. In particular, it wasn't a bad looking car. I'm sure it's a good deal for somebody, but for us, it just really wasn't what we were after in a car. And you know, we went, looked at it. It was a roller. It came with the transmission, turbo 400, and came with electronics as well, Holley EFI. There was just some things on the car that we've never seen before, and just things that we didn't really like. I'll probably post a few pictures here I honestly didn't take any video when we got there. We were too focused on, you know, looking at the car, checking it all out. And then we started finding things here and there that we didn't like. One of the bigger things was the way they did the frame notch. I think I took a picture. If I have it, I'll put it in here so you guys can see it. It just looked dangerous. It was like a super thin plate that attached the frame notch to the back of the frame. Now the car's like 25.3. It's a 25.3 cage, which tied into the back, but it's just something we had never seen before. And we have several Malibus, and we've just never seen it done that way. And it'd be a lot of money to spend on a car, and if is indeed done not properly, you know, that's probably expensive thing to fix and not very safe, you know, trying to go the numbers that we want to go in the 8th mile. That was one big thing. And then as far as the body work and the paint, by what I got out of it, he basically did it himself. And that's not something that, you know, you should take on as a project if you've never done body work. There's some chrome trim around the window on Malibus, and they basically took the trim off and then knocked down everything and made it smooth. The trim became smooth, and I don't know how they achieved that, but you can tell that it was kind of rippled, kind of wavy. You can definitely tell that it was done. And I don't like when people modify stuff like that. And in pictures, you know, he didn't lie to us. He didn't tell us anything that we didn't see in the pictures, but you know, pictures don't show everything, or it doesn't bring everything to your attention until you're actually there and you can see it, and then you're like, damn, this doesn't look right. So those two were the two big things. For the amount of money we were spending, it just wasn't something that we were willing to buy. And he was pretty firm on the price, so negotiating was out of the question as well. And even then, it's not what we're looking for. It's not about the money, it's just not what we're looking for. We want to go pretty fast, and we just didn't feel the car was capable. So yeah, I mean, I didn't take any video at all. I'll drop a few pictures just so you can kind of see the car, but I have a guy on my Facebook, and I don't know him, but you know, I've talked to him a few times, and I don't want to bash his car or anything like that. It just wasn't what we were looking for. So obviously I'm in different clothes already, because this is not the same day that I didn't shoot this when we got back from the shop to the shop. This is 2 weeks later that I'm shooting this, and within that time we actually went and we found another car, and it's even further than Oklahoma, and I actually already have it. It's sitting over there. We decided to raise our budget to find a roller that that would do what we wanted to do, and we wanted something that had a really nice cage. 25.3, you know, was preferred. 25.5 would get it done, but 25.3 is what we really wanted, so that if we wanted to go low 7s or a high 6, the car would be, you know, safe to do that and be able to run like bigger events. The light turned off. But we found something that was pretty nice, a lot more expensive, but I think it's worth it. And it's actually not a roller. It's a turnkey car that we bought. We found it in Florida. We bought it. We went all the way to Florida. It's probably going to be part 2 of this video. It's going to be, if I put it together, it's going to be a really long video. So it's going to be the second part of this video. It's a badass car. Something that we've never really had before. Power plant and the type of car. So I think it's going to be pretty fun. This car, it's already been fast, really fast, way faster than we've ever been. It's going to be a learning curve. Even the engine management is something I've never touched. I've never touched what it has. All our cars have Holley EFI, and I ain't no tuner, but I can maneuver my way around Holley EFI and, you know, change stuff here and there, boost ramp and all that kind of stuff. It's not really that difficult. So with this car, I'm gonna have to figure that out, which the tuner that's tuning the car said he would go over it with me just to show me how to pull logs, send logs, you know, change boost ramp, where all that stuff is, because this software is a little more technical. It's not as dummy proof as like Holley EFI. So you guys stick around, and I'm gonna have the next video up pretty soon, and you guys can see what we bought and go on the journey with us. You know, we went to Florida, and it was just as miserable as going to Oklahoma, if not worse. I mean, we were up like 30+ hours. It was just on the way to get the car wasn't bad. It was coming back that really turned into a fucking nightmare. Y'all gonna see that. It was. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we went. We were gonna have it trailered and brought back, but the amount of money we paid for the car was just like, man, if we pay for this car and just get it over here and it's not what we want, it's a lot of money, you know. So we made the trip, me and my dad. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Y'all stay tuned for the next one. You'll get to see the car and what it is, and we're going to be doing a lot of racing with this car. That's the plan. It's turnkey, it's ready to go. I had to buy a few things to be able to service the car, certain fuel, certain oil that it needs to run, other things that it needs to be able to, you know, make it to the track. So yeah, y'all stay tuned, and hopefully y'all like the car. It's definitely something different than what we have, but I think y'all like it.